This is what do we?
Yeah, what are we calling them?
I don't know. I didn't even thought of a name for it. Before and after.
Oh boy.
Is that weird? Is that too unoriginal?
I don't know. Is there a podcast called Before and After?
I don't know. My phone's recording this, so I can't Google it.
I'll look it up.
Before and After podcast?
There
probably is.
Before and After, the podcast.
I just like the name Before and After.
Well, then it sounds like you're doing something before and after you record the podcast, which before and after the podcast. You just have to call it Before and After, right?
Yeah, just Before and After, yeah.
Oh boy, this is...
worth a Google.
Oh man. Oh, I don't think I have my data turned on. Ruining all this. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's okay.
Yeah, so how are you, Mike Logan?
I'm pretty good. We've been talking about doing a podcast for a while.
Yeah, we have.
And we just got inspired because we see so many good movies together. We should probably just do a podcast.
We see a lot of bad movies together, too. We should talk about that.
We have seen some bad movies together. It's funny, I never actually used to go to the movies to see bad movies until you and I became friends. And then we just go see movies and like, this movie's shit.
In other news, there are 2 podcasts called Before and After.
Damn it.
We'll figure it out.
The yet to be untitled podcast.
Thanks for checking out the unnamed podcast, everybody.
I bet there's a podcast called the Unnamed Podcast already, too.
I'm sure there is. God damn it.
Anyway.
Let's just call it God Damn It, the podcast.
God damn. Well, Kendrick Lamar named his album Damn, so we should be able to get away with calling a podcast God Damn It.
Yeah, I guess we could.
Yeah, Mark Barron's WTF.
Well, Christians will hate it, but, you know.
We're not here to satisfy Christians.
No one is.
Already alienating a whole fan base.
God's the only one that can satisfy Christians.
Sort them all out. This podcast has nothing to do with religion.
Oh,
so the podcast is, let's tell the premise of the podcast is Gerrit and I, who are both film lovers, some might call us buffs. I've seen 218 of IMDb's top 250 movies of all time.
Wow.
So that's...
I can't believe you found the time to count with all the movies you've seen.
Well, it's pretty easy. You just grab the list and just like, I've seen that. So the idea is...
Sorry. I just thought of like, I've seen 82 of the bottom 100 on IMDb.
Crybaby was a classic.
Oh, boy.
But anyway, this podcast is... the reason we're going to call it Before and After is because the idea is we pick a movie. This week we were doing the film Blockers, starring John Cena, Leslie Mann, and Ian... What was that?
Ike Barinholtz.
Ike Barinholtz. Not Ian
and then
anything.
three
women.
young ladies who I have no idea who they are. I feel bad.
Hopefully they're not objectified the whole film. That's what I'm really hoping.
Well, based on their dresses, I'm sure they will be. So...
So the premise of the podcast is we take 10 minutes to talk about the movie before we see it. We go see the movie, we come back here, and then we talk about the movie after we see it.
Legit. Too legit to quit.
Yeah, I think it's a good premise. What's going on? Is that Morty?
Yeah, it's the cat.
Hi,
Morty.
There's a cat who might jump up here at some point.
Hopefully
or knock the camera over. So let's talk about the movie. The premise of the film is these 3 are parents. They have 3 daughters who all go to make a sext pact. They want to lose their virginity on prom night.
Sext pact?
Sex pact.
Sex pact.
Sex
You
pact.
threw the T in the wrong place.
Did I say sext pact?
It just sounded like they're only going to sext each other, and it's like, we're going to do this.
All night, they're just sitting at the other ends of the gymnasium, just like, no?
Who got the six-pack? I brought the sext pack! Big difference. All right.
So yeah, the idea is the 3 girls engage in a sex pact. I did a little research on the movie.
Yeah.
So apparently the 3 girls are 3 different types of people. So like John Cena's daughter is like kind of the girl who doesn't take sex seriously.
Oh, okay.
She's just like
the whore. Joking.
Leslie Mann's daughter is the one who thinks that sex should be very special and she wants to lose it to her boyfriend.
So the hussy.
Yeah, and then Ike Barinholtz's daughter.
Nerd.
She's wearing glasses, so one could determine she might be the nerd of the group.
What's her
thing? Angle is she what is it? I think she's indifferent or something like that.
Oh, well, so
somewhere in the middle.
Agnostic.
Somewhere in the middle. But anyway, so the parents find out about the sex pact, and the whole movie is them trying to stop their daughters from having sex, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Hence the name Blockers, which I'm assuming this rooster.
The rooster at the top is supposed to be cock blockers.
Cock blockers. That's marketing.
Which is interesting that they can do that marketing because, like, people look at pictures and they're just like, oh, that's a cock. Oh, cock block. Oh, okay. But then that movie with, what was it, Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis, the Kevin Smith one.
Oh, Cop Out?
They were going to call it A Couple of Dicks, weren't they?
Yeah.
And they had to call it Cop Out instead.
Yeah, because they said they couldn't say dicks.
Yeah, but, like, this is
But I mean, they're not saying...
fucking know.
They're making you say it, though. They're not saying it.
Oh, I want to see a movie called The N-Word. That's what I'm really looking forward to. It's just like, what do they mean? Oh,
they made me say it.
Yeah. We can say that now. Louis C.K. Oof. All right.
Yeah. I was at a show last night.
I fucking hate those kind of comics where they're just,
you know what I'm
we swear
talking
on
about.
this? Yeah, where it's just like they're throwing this person under the bus, and it's just like, well, now you're just... He put some great art out there. And then now it's like, well, I can do those jokes now. It's like, oh boy, good luck. It's like good luck hitting them correctly.
It's like the Anthony Jeselnik defense.
Yeah,
like Anthony Jeselnik does it. Well,
yeah, you're not.
You're not Anthony Jeselnik. You're fucking somebody from Midwest America.
You're not Doug Stanhope.
Oh, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much John Cena.
That's the perfect amount of John Cena.
Look at Ike's face. Does he not look like Ike from South Park?
He does a little bit. It's very fitting.
So, Garrett, what are your expectations going into this movie?
I hope it's good. It's a movie like this where it's like, it's a comedy, so it might not play to my comedic likes, but sure. I don't know. In a movie, I'm weird. I really like slapstick, and from the trailer, it seems like it might be a little slapstick.
There's some butt chugging going on.
Butt chugging, and in the trailer, like it gets blasted out of the beer
onto Ike's face.
Holds his face, and it seems like a fun lowbrow, whack out. But I also like The House. Did you see The House?
I did not see it. With Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler.
I'm a weirdo because that movie has like 99% negative reviews, and I was like, this is very fun.
I think the audience reviews were a lot higher than the critics.
I'm sure they were
on that one.
It's like, what? I don't know why critics are going. Like, for me, this is how I look at every movie now, because this is how critics are looking at it. I'm sorry. This is not how I'm looking at every movie, but this is how critics look at it. Every movie either is the best movie ever made, or it raped my mother, and those are the two. And it's just like, wow, it's neither of those things. It's just a I think that critics are incapable of watching things objectively nowadays.
I think so, because
there's so many movies.
Yeah, it's very much like, I feel like every time I watch a critic review of like the latest The Rock film, it's always like, well, if you compare this to Citizen Kane, well, no, it's not.
No, why are you doing that?
You don't do that.
Compare it to other Rock movies.
Yeah, compare Baywatch to fucking The Scorpion King. Don't compare it to...
and they're both bad.
Yeah, I haven't seen Baywatch, actually.
I haven't either.
I want to. I love The Rock. I'm probably going to see Rampage. I shouldn't, but I'm probably going to see it.
We were talking the other day about how there was some feminist piece about
how there's not a female equivalent of The Rock.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, then work out as much as him and then come back to me. Be as charismatic as The Rock is.
So you brought up a really good point, actually, when we had that conversation, because I read the article, and the article is very much like, well, why can't girls like women like Angelina Jolie or Ronda Rousey and all that kind of stuff? And The Rock is very much like a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Like, he's good looking, he's extremely charismatic, he's ridiculously in shape.
Good comedic timing, by the way.
Yeah, you can't...
Find me a lady funny.
For those things that... Jesus.
Joking. These are jokes. This is for humor.
For those things... Finding all four of those things in one person is like... They're trying it with John Cena. Like,
of course they are. And they're not, because he's ugly as shit.
He looks like that.
I'd suck The Rock's dick. I wouldn't suck John Cena's dick. I'll tell you that right now. I wouldn't suck John Cena's dick because I feel like John Cena's dick looks just like John Cena.
His head does look dickish.
Yeah, it does.
He's got a very square jaw.
Yeah, he does. But, I mean,
now Ike Barinholtz.
Oh, yeah. He's very funny. He's very funny, charismatic. He's got a gap in his teeth. He's got personality.
Throw on some weight. John Krasinski could be the next The Rock. John Krasinski
could be.
I mean, he could be up there. If he just worked out a lot more.
Oh, he's going to be in, what's the show coming out? The Jack Ryan or whatever? They're doing a TV show, and then he's playing him, and he's built.
Yeah, have you seen 13 Hours?
No, I haven't.
He's jacked in that movie.
I'm sure he is.
He's like ridiculously good shape.
He's great. He's a
great guy.
But yeah, there's no female equivalent of that. And it's like, I would love there to be one.
Sure.
That's the thing. And they tried with Alicia Vikander for Tomb Raider.
They just gave her poor script to work with. I mean, that was just...
That movie's terrible. The movie's really bad.
You played the game?
It's the same thing, isn't it? Like, they took a plot of a game and like, let's make a movie out of it.
Like, it worked for Prince of Persia. Wait, it didn't work for Prince of Persia?
It didn't work for any of these movies?
It worked for Assassin's Creed. Wait, it didn't work for Assassin's Creed?
It worked for Mortal Kombat.
Resident Evil has 7 movies out.
Oh, jeez, oh, Pete.
It's the only one. I don't know how it keeps doing it.
Well, I mean, Mila Jovovich, she could have been the one.
That was a horrible pronunciation of her last name.
It's not Jovovich?
No,
I really thought it was.
It's Jovovich.
Jovovich.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich.
Jovovich. Oh, so the J.
So Jovovich?
The J is a Y.
It's like Django. The J is silent.
Oh, it's the D that's silent, but my D's not.
Oh, John Cena. So what do you think, how do you think they're going to handle the female characters, the teenagers in this movie?
Well, I mean, you have to always go with who wrote it. I don't know who wrote it.
I don't know. I can look that up.
We're both going to find out who wrote it. I love the idea that this video never gets released, so I'm just looking at the camera, and the video never comes out. Okay.
Let's not show how I just downloaded something illegally.
No, you didn't. It's totally free. It's the actual Audacity website.
Oh, perfect.
Written by... Yeah,
you're much faster than me, but...
Brian Keogh and Jim Keogh. They also wrote... Let's see here. This is the first major movie that they've written. I don't...
See, Brian Keogh.
It's the first major movie.
They're brothers, huh?
Yeah.
Writer, director, known for Blockers, Miss Congeniality, Two Armed and
They didn't write
Fabulous.
They just... the guy that you pulled up just acted in Miss Congeniality too.
Oh, all right.
Which is a bad sign.
That's...
So, I don't know. I mean, maybe they have a thumb on the pulse of women, but, I mean, you never know. And then the director is Kay Cannon. That's a lady, so that's good.
That's good, yeah.
She was the producer for 30 Rock. She was a producer for Pitch Perfect 2, writer of Pitch Perfect, and How to Be Single. She acted in that.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, so she's a female director. Should be good. She's an avid Bears fan, so I don't know about that. No,
I just hope...
Totally kidding.
Here's what I hope. There's got to be male counterparts to these girls.
For sure.
Movie. I hope that
the guys aren't written so one-dimensionally.
Well, not just that. I hope that they don't... I don't know how 16-year-old kids interact,
I don't
obviously.
Either.
But, I mean, I hope that it's a bit realistic, because I feel like the idea that these three girls are entering a sex pact with each other means they're very self-aware of sex, and they're not going to be, they're not going to be taken advantage of, because obviously it's their prerogative. They want to do it.
Yeah.
So I hope that that's handled well and mature, like with the boys. Like, I kind of want to see, like, the boys being kind of put off.
I have a feeling that one of the boys will be raped in this movie, and no one will talk about it.
Isn't this PG-13?
That's R.
Oh, is it?
It's called Cockblockers.
Oh, yeah.
It's R.
So a boy could totally get raped in this movie.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that no one talked about in Red Sparrow. You remember that?
Didn't see Red Sparrow.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I just read the reviews.
Well,
but I did read a spoiler review. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, spoilers. I mean, this
spoiler
is all
alert.
coming out.
We'll put a big spoiler alert thing right here before you say that.
But yeah, Jennifer Lawrence's character, like, her whole thing is like, convincing dudes to have sex with her based on her sex appeal and kind of stuff like that. And then she does get raped early in the movie, but then also she ends up raping Joel Edgerton's character.
Really?
Because, like, she comes out of the room, comes onto him, and then, like, bangs him on the couch or whatever, and the whole time he's just like, yeah, it's great or whatever, and then she comes and then, they're done. And I'm just like, you didn't ask him, there was no communication. And it's like, it was really weird.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's kind of that empowering, well, it's like, well, now I'm going to get off. And it's just like, that's not how you should treat sex.
That's how Joel Edgerton gets treated by Hollywood, though.
For sure, yeah.
He's a great actor who never gets great roles,
Did you see that movie, Gringo? Wait.
With, no, not yet.
Get the Gringo.
With Mel Gibson.
No.
That's Get the Gringo. Gringo is the new one that...
Yeah.
I don't think... Did it come out yet?
It did come out.
Oh, okay.
It was shit.
Oh.
It was bad. The only saving grace of it was Charlton Copley.
I love Charlton Copley.
He's so great.
God, he's fantastic.
You ever bought a movie just for an actor in it?
18.
Yeah.
The only reason I watched 18 was because Charlton Copley was in it.
I only saw Gringo because of that, and what was the other movie? I just bought like a Neil Blomkamp. Did I pronounce that correct?
You did.
I bought the 3 pack of those movies.
Chappie, District 9, and what was his third one?
Elysium.
Oh, yeah.
That was the second.
I liked all 3 of those.
I didn't see any of the later 2. I only saw District 9.
I saw Elysium in theaters because it was right after District 9, so I was riding that Neil Blomkamp high. And then Chappie I saw like on TV.
Okay.
And I like
Good,
all 3 of them. I think Chappie... Elysium's the worst of the 3.
Okay.
Matt Damon is in that one. So.
It's that fucking thumb.
So let's wrap this up.
All right.
Let's first final impressions of the movie Blockers.
I'm hoping it's good because the way the comedies are, it's so hit and miss. So there's no classics that come out anymore. I think the last really good comedy was This Is the End.
It's a great movie.
I think that, and because that one was just
Have you seen Game Night? With Jason Bateman?
I did!
That was a great movie.
That was fun.
That was a very good movie.
I liked that one a lot. I laughed a lot. It was fun.
A thing that really stuck out to me was how well that movie was shot.
Yes.
Like, it's one of those movies, like, a lot of action comedies are comedies first, action movies second.
Yeah.
And that movie was definitely an action movie first, comedy second.
Yep.
Some of the camera moves that they did in the movie, I'm just like, I was impressed.
Camera moves, characters, everyone was well fleshed out.
Really good movie.
It was fun. It was great. I really hope this one is like that. And The House, I feel like was fun. But it wasn't as good as Game Night for sure, but... It's all these things that are like gambling and like the adults are kind of like getting, an adventure.
Yeah.
It's so funny where it's like they've hit midlife crisis and now it's just like, monotony's got like date night as well with Steve Carell and Tina Fey.
Oh yeah,
it's like they're always playing to older adults, like in the age range between here. So now this
it's an R-rated comedy. I mean, so.
Yeah. And now this movie's like, taking both of the age brackets and mashing them together. So
I think
I always forget I'm 27. I feel like I'm 16 still. With the movies
Every
I watch.
time I wake up, I'm just like, I'm 32.
Oh, I feel like shit, but I'm just like, God, I feel like shit for a 16-year-old. This is crazy.
I think I want this to be a Hangover situation where when I saw the Hangover's trailer first in a movie theater, I thought, this movie's going to be shit. I was like, this movie's going to suck. I didn't want to see it. I'm like, I don't know why anybody made this. No one's going to watch the movie. And then it went on to become, at the time, the highest grossing R-rated comedy of all time. Now Deadpool technically has that title. And then the sequel sucked. But the first Hangover was very good. See, I enjoyed it.
I think I'm one of the only people that's just
like
why did you guys... I thought The Hangover was okay. Mm-hmm. And I've always thought every Todd Phillips movie was okay. Like, Old School.
I loved Old School.
I think Old School... They're all good, but everyone's just like, this is the best ever. And then his other movies come out, and I'm like, it's the same thing, guys. Like, Due Date. Everyone hated Due Date. Right?
Yeah. It wasn't
and I'm
great.
like, it's not... the worst. It's the same thing with the critics. Either this is the best movie ever, or this movie raped my mom. Apparently, The Hangover is the best movie ever.
Should we name the podcast "Rape My Mom"?
This movie raped my mom. I think that's good. And then Due Date raped the critics' moms, and it's just like, no, it's not
fine.
Good for sure, but it's not the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the same director, and I feel like if you're in the comedy thing where you're directing comedy films, people hold you to a higher standard, which is strange because they also won't nominate you for Oscars. So what's the point in harping so hard on this comedy, Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I hope this movie's good. If it's really bad, I'll harp on it because I don't have control over anything.
I'm with you. I hope it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Was that
I hit a key.
I think it's going to be good. I don't know if it'll blow me away, but I think it's going to be good. I just really want John Cena to win. Like, I just want him to be... Because I don't think he'll ever be as good as The Rock, obviously.
No.
But I do wish success for him. And I feel like he's done fine in the bit parts that he's had. Like, he had that role in the Amy Schumer movie.
Oh, Trainwreck.
Trainwreck. He had the role in the Tina Fey, Amy Poehler one.
Yeah.
Sisters. So I think he's, like, due for... Because he's a funny guy. And I just hope...
Good comedic timing.
Yeah, I just hope... Just needs to get a little better looking.
It's funny how we can do that to men. Isn't that strange? Like, I called Matt Damon a thumb. I said that John Cena looks gross. And then meanwhile, if you say that about any of the women, it'd be like, you're the worst piece of shit on the planet. I'm like, I'm just being equal.
Equal opportunity. All right, so we're gonna go see the movie. Well, actually, we're not seeing it for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, we got a little while.
We got a little while, but we'll
get our
see.
popcorns. Yeah, and we'll get our drinkies. And...
I don't do popcorn, but
why not? You don't like popcorn?
I just don't like popcorn.
Oh.
I worked at a movie theater for a while.
Oh, that's why you don't like popcorn.
And there was a deep secret at that movie theater.
What? Were people jizzing on the popcorn?
Oh my god, so much jizz.
No, gross. No. What theater?
No, it was it was in I grew up in Detroit. It was over there. All right. And I don't think theaters do this anymore. This was in the early 2000s. Okay. I think I was 17, and it was the Star Theater in Madison Heights, Michigan.
Okay.
And they had they popped the popcorn, right? And then they scoot the popcorn out of this display case. You remember they used to do that in theaters? They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I remember.
So they pop this popcorn and they bag it, and then they put it back in the storage room. And then you would grab the most recent bag to fill up the bin. The most recent bag was a month or two old always.
Oh, fucking gross.
So ever since then... But I mean, now they scoop it right from the thing, so you're fine.
I've seen
now.
them scoop it right.
But back then, it was lawless.
Oh my god! Why would they even do it? What's the point?
Save money, maybe. I don't fucking know.
What?
I don't know, man.
Oh man, that's disgusting.
There's a reason there's no Star Theaters anymore.
Yeah. Oh boy. Wow, now it's AMC. Let's recline and dine.
That's a good idea.
Is that a good title for the podcast?
Recline and dine? No, there's no food eating in a podcast. Is this podcast about lazy boys and eating dinner? Because I'm down.
All right.
We're going to find out the name. By the end of this podcast, we'll have named the podcast. Should we put it on Facebook?
To have him name it?
Yeah.
No. Because we're going to get Tracy Shalacky that's just like, name it fuckity shit I hate
Name
Hillary.
it down with Trump, because Trump, man.
No, he loves Trump.
That's
Up with Trump.
He's
always
being
with
facetious
Hill.
when talking about being down with Trump. He's
yeah.
This probably won't make it into the...
Cut it, for sure.
All right.
That's fun.
I don't know. I'm thirsty.
This movie raped my mom.
Bye.
I think our daughters are friends. I think that makes us friends. I'm Hunter.
I'm Lisa. That's my Julie.
I'm Mitchell. Kayla's hero.
We the life of the party.
I can't believe it's prom. They're so grown up.
I can't even hug my daughter anymore without feeling her boobs. Just high fives from now on. Okay.
Julie left her laptop open.
You guys are snooping on our kids?
No.
We don't understand what they're saying, so it's not snooping.
Oh my god, I love puzzles.
Some about an eggplant.
In teenage emoji, eggplants are dicks.
Wait, what?
All emojis have a secret meaning, so like trees are weed, and this thing is yas queen.
Yas, queen.
So she's gonna get roses, kiss, and then touch his dick eggplant.
Got a lot of drool coming out of the smiley face.
That's jizz.
Stand down.
It is. Look, it's coming, but this is a sex pact. They're planning on losing their virginity on prom night.
Maybe it's not sex. They're just saying, hey, you're okay with me. You're okay with me.
Maybe.
No, I fucking knew it.
Our girls are not thinking things through. I'm gonna stop them.
I'm in.
Let's cockblock those motherfuckers.
This is our last big night together. This pact is gonna make tonight even more perfect.
You're getting away.
WWVDD.
What would Vin Diesel do? In times of crisis, parents are known to have superhuman strength.
I can do this.
What the fuck?
This is so messed up. Did your dad try to stop you when you wanted to lose your virginity?
He's too busy high-fiving me.
I'll do anything for my daughter.
What about a little chugging contest?
Bring it. Wait, what?
We're butt chugging.
You got this, dog.
No, I'm tagging out. You're in.
What?
You've had a baby. Everything's looser down there.
I don't have a baby out of my butt. On the count of 3. 1.
Oh, not a fan.
I am tripping so hard. I just had a vision. My dad was chugging beer through his asshole.
I can't do anymore. Pose, break.
Pose! Pose! Oh! Aspen! Oh! Oh!
I would do anything for love.
Okay. We're back. We saw it, Blockers.
And I am less of a man for doing so.
Yeah, it was, we had high hopes going into it.
Yeah, we were kind of optimistic, talking about comedies and how there hasn't been one lately that's good, really. Mm-hmm. And this is one of them that falls into that category of not being good.
It's a very meh movie. Mm-hmm. Like, it was, there was a couple of times that I did laugh pretty hearty.
So did I.
But there were very few and far between.
Well, it's like not a good movie. It's a better comedy than it is a movie, which is why I love I love Caddyshack, I love The Jerk, I love Airplane. These are all classic. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Like, they're great movies by themselves, and they have the heart in them, like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but then it's also hilarious.
Yeah.
This is just playing for jokes. They try and throw heart in there, and it's like, I don't know if it was really,
I think it's a movie that's brought down a lot by the adult cast.
I agree. I loved the
kids were great.
The storyline of the kids was fantastic.
Yeah, the kids were fantastic. I had hoped that the kids would be handled really well. The kids were very mature, fleshed out characters.
Yep, and every one of them too. Like, they all had their little thing.
Like, even the boys were fine. Like, they didn't do anything really annoying. They all played their roles well. none of them pressured anybody into anything. That was like the thing that really blew me away.
It was legit.
Yeah, like it was very much like the girls weren't ready. Some of them weren't.
So it's not at all like what real life is, apparently.
Yeah, because it's all rape in real life.
Yeah, it's all rape. It's 100%. It's not, 100%.
But yeah, I was really underwhelmed by John Cena.
Yeah,
I feel like he's just not a great actor.
No, he's not.
He's got great comedic timing when he's doing things that are funny, but when you have to ask him to do anything else...
But his acting is just like, he's acting. Yeah. That's the thing where, I don't know. It's like, that's why I like The Rock, is because he's like a legit good actor.
Yeah.
Because, he's that diamond in the rough, like you said earlier. But John Cena is just not that.
Yeah. Ike Barinholtz.
Fantastic.
I
love Ike.
He was the best part of the movie. He was great. Everything he said was funny.
Yeah.
He's
great character arc, too. Like, not even an arc. He didn't need an arc. He was... You gotta see if you could just isolate Ike Barinholtz's scenes. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, but no, I was happy with how they handled the teenagers.
Yeah,
I was pretty underwhelmed with the adults, except for Ike, who was fantastic. Hannibal Buress, even his small part was funny.
Yeah. What's going on with up here? Does he have like a scar up here on his? Did you see that?
Gets furled a lot.
No, it's like a like.
No, I don't know.
You don't have it, and you just did that. But it's like a cut.
It's just his face.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck me for asking a question. I don't know. Did
like
you notice
your parents
it?
Gave you that scar? No. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did notice it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
So yeah, Garrett, what is your spoiler-free opinion about Blockers?
Could have been better.
On a scale of 1 Jeff Goldblum to 10 Jeff Goldblums. How many would you give it?
I mean, Jeff Goldblum's better than this movie, so it's not even comparable. It's a 0 Jeff Goldblum.
I think if I had to give it a score, I'd give it, out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it 2.5.
Yeah.
1, 2.5.
Yeah. I know how math works.
Maybe I'll put it in here and post like 1, 2.5, and then a Goldblum.
Well, 5 stars equals a Goldblum, so I don't know. I don't know. I guess 3, maybe. Yeah. I think I might have liked it a little more than 2.5, but it's like, I don't know.
I just found it. Okay, so that's our spoiler-free.
That's spoiler-free. Now,
spoiler-free.
Keep listening.
Now I'm going to, in post and editing, I'm going to put a fancy spoiler graphic right here. And now that graphic's gone,
that was a good graphic,
wasn't it?
That's pretty fucking
great.
Tits.
It's a tits graphic.
You didn't block yourself on that.
Nope, I probably blocked the whole screen. I imagine it's going to take.
I was doing a blockers.
Got it. So this is our spoiler-filled review. If you stuck around this long, it means you either see the movie or do not give a shit about what we have to say about this movie. The reason I give it 2.5 instead of 3, I just felt like there wasn't anything. None of the characters learned any lessons really.
The kids did, which
I think the kids. I don't think the kids even learned a lesson because the kids went into it. The whole idea was like they're going to lose their virginity in this one night. And they all stuck to their guns, you know what I mean? Like, she was like wanted a special night, and she had her special night. She kind of didn't care. She just thought, "Fuck it, I'm going to lose her virginity." Yeah. So when it didn't end up happening, she was still fine with it.
That's true.
And she was just doing it under a guise of finding herself. Yeah, and she did.
And she found herself.
So I think it's
very convenient.
Yeah, I did
that hot Asian girl was lesbian, and so was she.
Yeah, I did like that. This character. We should look up names, but we didn't.
Yeah, we're pointing at it, and this is also an audio thing.
Character. What is her? What are the characters? So Julie, Sam. No, that's Sam. Sam is Ike Barinholtz's daughter.
Yeah, what's the?
Julie is Leslie Mann's daughter.
Yeah. John Cena's
and
daughter.
Kayla is John Cena's daughter.
Yeah, okay. That's another thing with this movie. It's like they said the names constantly, but they went in one ear and out the other.
So Julie was the one who wanted to lose her virginity in a special way.
Yep.
Kayla was the one who didn't really care, and Sam was the one who was trying to find out her sexual identity through whether or not she'd like being with a boy.
Yep.
And she found out that she didn't.
And then he blows it on her stomach. And she's like, "This is gross."
She's like, "This is gross." And then she ends up being a lesbian.
No, it was kind of nice because she didn't shame the guy either. It was kind of nice. Yeah. So she was like, yeah.
Like, I felt like it's weird in a movie like this that the kids are the best written characters.
Yeah,
because I mean it's advertised as a movie about it's billed as a John Cena Leslie Man adults.
Parents. Yeah, that's the thing that I don't like about the movie is that it was like It had some funny parts for sure, and that's why I think it gets a 3 for me. But it's like, it also is one of these movies it's trying to be socially conscious and let parents let go. Mm-hmm. But I've seen it done so much better in other movies.
Yeah.
And it's trying to like do that kind of thing, and it's just like none of the parents learned anything throughout this whole movie. There was no fucking character arc. Leslie Mann, her character
was awful.
Sucks shit.
I didn't like the scene between Leslie Mann and John Cena's wife.
I wanted to beat the shit out of her.
So preachy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And granted, my problem with it was she raised some good points about double standards and stuff.
Well, the problem with that scene is it's written by like one person. Like it's one person putting all their things into it's just
like a Brian Griffin moment.
Yeah, this is what someone else would say when I say the right thing. That's that kind of thing.
I just felt like that scene was really forced and super preachy. And it's like it's all stuff like we get it. Like we
just read a Jezebel article. Yeah.
It's fucking brutal. But no, I think I leaned over to you towards in the third act and I said Leslie Mann is the villain of this movie.
Yeah.
And she really is a piece of shit.
She is.
Movie.
She literally...
Like, she's very selfish. She's only thinking about herself. She doesn't care anything about what her daughter wants or her daughter needs emotionally.
Yeah.
All she's trying to do is stop her daughter from leaving her.
And when that whole thing's brought to light, she's just like...
She gets defensive about it.
She gets defensive. Yeah. She won't accept it. And then, doesn't...
Dude, Ike Barinholtz is the voice of reason throughout the whole film.
The whole fucking film.
From the beginning, he's the only one who's speaking any sense.
Well, it's because he's like one of the kids. That's the reason. Oh, he never really was a parent, so he's able to have that kid, rationale. And because of that, he's written similar to the kids in the movie. So therefore, he can, be the voice of reason.
Mm-hmm. I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, boy. But it's legit. And then even at the end, like where they're doing the whole, goodbye thing or whatever, and the tears are just streaming down Leslie Mann's face.
The CGI tears?
Yeah,
Jesus
CGI
Christ.
tears.
Those tears look worse than fucking Henry Cavill's mouth.
It really did.
Like, it was glaringly like, I was like, oh, those are fake. Those are CGI tears.
You can't cry at 5 different points at the bottom of your eye. It's not possible.
It's like the fucking Tropic Thunder. He can't cry!
Yeah, it was... her crying means that she learned nothing. She learned nothing.
She's the same character.
And they were just about to go on the other thing with the sequel kind of thing. And I was just like, fuck off.
Yeah, so I think I had too high hopes for this movie.
Yeah, you might have.
I think I had watched a review of it and they were like, oh, it's good. And I was like, is it?
That's the thing though, is like everyone hated The House. I keep going back to The House, but I'm like, if you go back and watch it, it's a fun, funny movie.
I gotta watch that one.
Everyone shit all over it. And I think I really like it because it's similar to This Is the End in that if you know everybody in the movie, you're like, this is fucking so much fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's hanging out. It's funny. I'm laughing.
And
it's not as good as This Is the End, obviously. But it's that same kind of movie that tries to put like a message in there, but the message isn't over-present in The House. It is in this one, and it's a shit thing. It's like no one learns the lessons and blah blah blah. I hate that thing where you try to be like this higher conscious morale kind of thing, and then it doesn't fucking pay off at all.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I think we said everything there.
There's got to be more. So we've talked about the beginning and the end a lot, I think.
No.
We talked about we've talked about the last 2 acts of the movie. Let's
talk
about the setup.
Let's talk about some small things that bothered me.
Yeah,
small things that bothered me. There's a scene in the movie where there's a prom after party at a hotel. This gigantic, luxurious. I mean, there's like 2,000 rooms in a hotel.
They're in Chicago, right?
In Chicago, not a suburb, but like Chicago. Well, it's suburby. But,
yeah.
And this hotel is just taken over by all these high school kids. Mm-hmm. They're partying in the balconies and rooms. They're smoking weed. They got fucking gas mask bongs on. And nobody's saying shit to these kids about it. That was, of all the stuff that happened in this movie, which a lot of it was unrealistic.
Impossible.
That was the most, I'm just like, who the fuck runs this hotel?
That and the thing with the car.
Oh yeah,
like
just stopping,
just straight up in the air or whatever. It's like, fuck.
Dude, when I was 19, living in Detroit, we'd go to Canada every weekend because like you could drink legally at 19.
It's awesome.
There was 2 hotels on the Strip in Windsor, so like it's like a mile road in downtown Windsor. Where it's all bars, and so it's like all American kids over there and shit. It's all youngsters.
Youngsters, Jesus Christ! Did you write this movie?
Oh my god! But
those
anyway,
youngsters are gonna fuck.
There's a Ramada at the end of the Strip. And nobody would ever stay at that Ramada because every weekend night they had a $500 security deposit. Just because it was all like 19-year-old tourists and shit.
Okay.
So I'm like, this luxury Chicago hotel on prom night has to have a $500 to $1,000 security deposit.
And
who's paying for
who's
all
bankrolling it? Yeah.
It's just I just felt like I don't like when movies give such unrealistic depictions of like high school life. Granted, I don't know what high school life is now in 2018.
Yeah.
But I know it's not a bunch of fucking kids. And there's like how many parties were going on that night?
Mm-hmm.
Like they were at the lake house. There was hundreds of kids at the lake house.
Yeah.
There was hundreds of kids at prom and hundreds of kids at this hotel all at the same time.
It's like it's trying to emulate. Oh, I just thought of this. If you guys go back in the video, you can watch my eyes perk up. You remember American Pie?
Sure.
Their pact is to lose their virginity, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the same fucking movie. Just it was with
American
guys.
Pie is way better done. But.
American Pie for sure is way better done, but it's also like it's that. This movie didn't add anything new to the lexicon of that, but everyone's saying that this.
Well,
is
you know what?
great
Here's
movie.
what I'm going to say. I'm going to maybe play devil's advocate to that.
And it's a little different.
American Pie represented a sex pact in 2003.
Exactly.
This movie represents which it is a different film. I mean,
It's definitely different, yeah.
And it's a different experience these kids are going through. Like the fact that one of the kids is a drug cook.
For sure.
Like that's not something that when we were in fucking high school.
And then one's gay. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I definitely think that. Obviously, it's the same movie, but it definitely deals with different themes because of just how long apart those two movies have been.
But it's just interesting because it's like no one would make. I don't think anyone would make the correlation between those two movies.
American Pie and Blockers.
Yeah,
I didn't until you said anything.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a valid point, and everyone forgets about that movie. Like that was like MILF, Stifler's mom, Shitbreak, fucking a pie, like all these things. This is like from that movie. It's from that movie. That's the second one, American Pie 2.
Oh yeah, I could taste the bubbles.
he gets pissed on or whatever.
Poor Sean William Scott, man. Those movies ruined his career. Like he got typecasted as Stifler for the rest of his, you know, until he stopped making movies.
Well, he also had like a drug thing, didn't he, or whatever? I don't know. I could be lying.
I don't know. We didn't do a research for this.
But no, I feel like that it's a valid thing, and people don't bring up that movie because it's kind of like lost. It's kind of in the same vein as like Porky's was in the 80s, or what other movies? Because that was 99, wasn't it? The first American Pie?
American Pie?
Yeah. Because 2000.
Yeah, I guess it was.
2001 was the second one, and then 2003 was American.
Yeah, this is what
Wedding.
20 years ago.
No, 2005.
American Wedding was way after like the second one.
Well, American Reunion was like 2011, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway.
Yeah.
So this movie brings up some of those similar things or whatever, and that one's funnier. This one's not as funny, and it's not as
I just feel like this movie had a lot of really great ideas.
Yeah.
And they just didn't execute.
Smushed them together.
Yeah.
And
I just felt like I just can't get over how good the three actresses who played the teenagers were.
Yeah, they were legit,
very good.
Great.
They were very good. They were very realistic seeming. Nothing about anything they did seemed forced. Whereas John Cena and Leslie Mann, and to a certain extent Ike Barinholtz, all three of their characters are just so outside of the box, so exaggerated versions of what real life parents are.
That's for sure.
Like John Cena, the overprotective, sensitive father, but blown up to a million. Also the fact that he's gigantic.
Yeah, grabs a kid, throws him. Jesus Christ.
Cries every time anything happens.
Yeah, cries all the time. And it's like he's supposed to be. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's weird to have like three really grounded characters and then three really outlandish characters in the same movie,
and
like,
they're all like they're related too.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta pick a theme. You can't go.
Yeah.
It'd be like Zack Snyder and the Russo brothers directing a superhero film.
Oh boy, that's a good way to put it.
Because I mean, like you'd have like this fun, lighthearted theme. For parts of the movie, and then the other parts of the movie are really gritty and dark.
If I know I keep bringing up the house, but if you could put the kids from this movie into the movie The House, and then put the parents of that into this movie, we'd have two great movies.
All right, I see it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, but also take out these parents except for Ike.
Honestly, like
I don't know. I just fucking hated Leslie Mann's character.
Yeah,
and I hated John Cena's
and
character. I know for a comedy you have to do that. I know for a fact. I get it.
I mean, this is going to sound like we're just bashing Leslie Mann, but she has a tendency to play the same character, and it's always like a bitchy, overprotective, selfish person.
But it's like, I feel like people want her to play that, and people feel like she can get away with it because she is good at it, I guess. I don't know. We're in such a thing right now where it's like women can be assholes, and that's what makes them endearing. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm stupid.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm dumb.
I don't think her character was supposed to be endearing. I think at the beginning it seemed like she was going to be endearing, like with how close a relationship she had with her daughter. But then, like, as the movie went on, it was just like, oh, she only cares about herself. Like, she's not thinking about her daughter's feelings.
But then there was no comeuppance. There was okay, so I went to the bathroom at one point.
Yeah.
What did I miss when I went there? Because I came back in and the lesbian had her boobs out and she was getting cummed on by the fat kid. Cummed? Is that what you'd say? Cummed or came?
I think it's came on.
Came on?
Came on?
She's getting came on by the fat kid.
This is all getting edited out, probably.
Oh, don't edit it.
Come down.
Perfect. Come down. Nice to meet you. My name is Come Down.
Hey, Come Down.
Come Down.
Come Down from?
Just name the podcast Come Down. C-U-M.
You just missed them searching for the kids. You missed John Cena like busted in like 20 more doors before you came back.
Oh, so that was the running joke.
Yeah, he kept busting in doors. At one point, he busted into a door, and there was like a cult in there, like doing like some weird seance stuff. And
at fucking prom.
And he was like, his line was, "You guys should play sports." And it's like, all right. What else did you miss? You missed her going in the room.
Taking it down to 2.5.
Did you see her go in the room and like see all the sweet things that were set up? Leslie Mann.
I just saw her under the bed.
She went into the room before the kids got there because like she found out that like what room they were in.
Yeah.
Sammy had set up the room for her and Austin.
That's sweet.
Because she knew what they would like. And like there was like her favorite candy was everywhere, and then like on the bed there was like a rose petal heart, and then arrow going through it, but the arrow were all Twizzlers because they're like her favorite.
Did
candy.
the guy say that he did all?
No,
that?
he didn't.
Cool.
See, the kids were so good.
I know.
Like it was literally like they came in. So then Leslie Mann comes in, sees all of it, feels bad. You know, like there was like a bowl full of condoms. She like took one of the condoms, like put it on the bed, and then the kids came in, and she like scurried and like ran to the bed.
Yeah.
But then when the kids came in, Austin, the boy, Julie, that's her name, right?
Yeah, I think
Julie
so.
sees all the stuff, and she's just like, "Oh my god, it's so sweet. She's like my favorite candy." And he's like, "Sam did it all, you know. It's because she loves you and she wants you to have a really sweet time." And then she's like, "You're a real sweet time." And then they started, doing stuff.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, no, the kids were fucking great.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. Like they were really well written. They were really well acted, and it sucks that they weren't the focus of the whole movie.
So the problem is when you have them so well written and the parents not. The parents being that way has to pay off in some way.
Yeah,
and it doesn't.
Yeah.
There's no arc.
Yeah.
Like, it's... The only arc can be said that it's like, all right, well, we'll take it easy next time. And it's like, yeah, but you were getting baited at the end of it to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, you didn't learn anything.
You didn't learn a fucking thing.
Also, a huge waste of Gary Cole.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Gary Cole.
Come on. Was it Marissa Tomei? Was that his wife?
No, that was Gina Gershon.
Gina Gershon.
Yeah.
Gary Cole should be... He's fantastic, first of all.
His cum face when he stares at John Cena.
That was pretty funny.
And then they both...
We just locked eyes and then he finished.
Oh, what is it? His cum is on your soul.
His cum is on your soul now. His cum is imprinted on your soul now.
Imprinted on your soul. Yeah, that was fun. Like, there were good lines.
There were a lot of scenes that were very funny.
Yeah.
But
Ike Barinholtz comes and he's holding the things and he just throws them behind. That's funny.
Like it's prom night. Mm-hmm. Sorry, the limo driver was fucking funny.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was really funny.
That was the turn. Fuck. And then as he's saying this, the window goes up.
He slides across the Dukes of Hazzard. You know what?
Racist
ass show anyway.
Like that's the thing with comedies too now, where it's just like
there's bit parts that steal the show. But...
There's bit parts, and you'll also notice this: the people aren't facing the screen when the joke is said. That's because people come in later. They do voiceover later.
They do ADR.
They do ADR, and then that's when the lines come in.
Yeah.
It used to be like Judd Apatow was doing like the
40-year-old
version Line-O-Ramas. You do the same take over and over and over again, and then it would show the person, like you'd have the footage of the thing. Mm-hmm. And now it's just like, whatever, just face away and then we'll throw something in here.
Yeah.
Like that's what Punch Up on movies is. And it's fucking insane to me that that's like an art form now.
This is a different podcast we're doing now.
Oh, I think this is great. I think it's a good jumping off point for the podcast. And what's the name of it?
The name of the podcast is... Fuck, what was it?
Fuck, what was it, everybody? Look it up on iTunes.
Oh, This Better Be Good.
This Better Be Good.
This Better Be Good. I think it's a good name.
And I think this episode was definitely good. But this movie was definitely not.
Not good. So, we need to come up with some sort of rating system.
We do. I think out of 5 is good.
Okay, but what 5 things?
5...
We gotta set a gold standard and have that be the measurement.
Oh boy, what has 5 for you? The Dark Knight would be 5, right?
So we give it 5 Ledger Jokers?
5...
Let's go with comedies. Let's go with R-rated comedies. What's the pinnacle for you?
Well, we're not only watching comedies, right?
No, I mean for every
each
one we'll do.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that's clever. Okay.
So my pinnacle, I would give Blockers 2.5 Caddyshack Dangerfields out of 5.
Oh, I wouldn't say I was going to say Golfers.
All right. Well, we're in the same movie now.
Or Paydays. We could do Paydays. No, it's a Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth. It's no big deal.
2.5 Baby Ruths.
2.5. All right, 2.5 Baby Ruths.
2.5 Baby Ruths.
Out of
I went down
5.
from 3. I'm giving it.
I talked you into 2.5.
Yeah, because the thing, you should play sports.
Yeah.
And I know that's exactly how he acted it, too.
Exactly how
his
he acted
face shook. His eyes got big. He couldn't believe what he was saying or seeing. Fucking awful actor.
Yeah.
He should have limited 3 lines in each movie.
He's great when he's got small cameos.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, that's the
I think we got
podcast.
it. Yeah, this is good.
I think we're gonna do Super Troopers 2 next. You want to do that one next?
Oh yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that should be good.
And then we'll step away from comedies after that.
All right.
But so in 2 weeks will be the next podcast.
Super Troopers
2, which I have high expectations.
I do too.
I heard them. They were on the Broken Lizard was on the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Oh, what's that one? I haven't listened to that.
It's like this big. They started off a YouTube channel. They did like Red versus Blue, and then
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But they were on there, and Rooster Teeth said they saw it at a screening at South by, or not at South by. It was just in Austin, and they said they loved it.
Better than the first one?
They didn't say whether or not it was better than the first one, but they did say it got like a standing ovation in Austin, which is tough to do in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Like they're notorious. Like that's the same city that like will boo movies to where they have to stop playing them.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's.
I want to know a list of the movies that got booed.
There was what movie was it? The fucking God damn it. Oh man, it was like at South by Southwest like 2 years ago. Big movie came through, big Hollywood film. I cannot remember who the fuck was in it or what movie it was, but Morty is gonna jump right on that camera.
Hi, Morty.
But yeah, it got booed and they had to stop screening the movie. Like people just wouldn't want to watch it.
And that movie,
so Austin's a tough crowd.
That movie
is
Lady Bird.
That movie is something I will find and put in when I edit this video.
Cool.
And it'll be right here. This movie. You point to it too. This movie. All right.
I think we done did good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I gotta show you that video.
You do. Did you want to say where people can find us for the podcast?
Oh yeah. So the podcast we're gonna put it on SoundCloud for the people who are listening with their headphones. And then this will be on YouTube. Maybe I'll just make up a channel for it.
Yeah, you should. You should do that.
I think I'll make up a channel for it.
I'm Gerrit Elzinga on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. Just look me out. GerritElzinga.
It'll be right here.
Yeah, right there. Right there, baby.
I'm Mike Logan.
Right at his dick level.
Am I even on screen? Yeah,
hopefully.
I'm Mike Logan. I'm the Ice Cold Comedian on all social media. So, this is our first one. We're going to get better at this. All right.
Crushing it. Just like the pussy!
I have neighbors. Nobody's home.
Did you get that?